If you want to build a new PC and you have around $2,500 to spend, this video is going to be for you. I will show you the best $2,500 gaming PC for gaming and also for content creation that you can build right now, and it's going to give you top tier performance at 4K resolution or 1440p if you don't have a 4K resolution monitor. I will also explain to you the level of performance that you're getting here. Even if you're a beginner, you know what you're buying. All the links will be down below in the video description. With that being said, let's start. First, let's talk about the CPU. We have the AMD Ryzen 7 7800X3D, one of the fastest CPUs on the market for gaming, if not the fastest, that's going on a discount for $350. Keep in mind that most of these components are on a discount right now because of the holiday season, so if you are thinking of buying this system, I highly recommend you buying now if you want this PC at a discounted price. Anyway, this CPU, as I said before, is the fastest in the market, and if you're going to play high demanding CPU titles, this CPU is going to be amazing for your type of games. And then for the GPU, the most important component when it comes to gaming performance, we have the RTX 4080. The RTX 4080 is a 4K high-end gaming GPU that can also be used for 1440p if you're thinking of upgrading to 4K down the line. I do recommend it more for 4K resolution, but as I said before, you can use it for both. On a 16 game average at 4K on high to ultra settings, where high demanding games were tested, the RTX 4080 was able to average 109 FPS, and then on that same test at 1440p resolution, the RTX 4080 got 180 FPS on average. Really high numbers considering we are talking about high to ultra settings on the highest resolutions, and also high demanding titles. Anyway, you can also consider the RX 7900 XTX from AMD, and I will talk about the differences between the 4080 and this one in a second after talking about the rest of the components. For the CPU cooler, we have the NZXT Kraken 360 all-in-one liquid cooler. Now let me get this straight, you do not need this type of cooling for the Ryzen 7 7800X3D. This CPU is really power efficient and you can get away with a much cheaper cooler. However, if you want to upgrade down the line to something more powerful, this liquid cooler might be helpful, and it also looks amazing. At this price point, you can get beautiful aesthetics, and that's one of the reasons I went with this NZXT cooler to match the whole PC aesthetic, which by the way, for the case I chose the NZXT H6 Flow with amazing airflow. This one is brand new on the market and not only has great airflow, but also I love the aesthetics. It's really clean. It comes with 3 pre-installed fans, then you will have the 360 all-in-one liquid cooler on the top, and I also added one extra fan for the back in the NZXT F120. That way everything is from NZXT, and when you download the software, you can control all the lighting from there. Then for the motherboard, we have the Gigabyte X670 Aorus Elite AX AM5 motherboard. This one has plenty of features, not only for gaming, but also for creators. Overall, really great motherboard for $220. Then for the memory kit, we have 32 gigs of DDR5 memory at 6000 MHz CL30 timings. Don't worry if you're new to PCs about these numbers. This is a really fast kit, and 32 gigs is amazing for both gaming and productivity work. Then for the storage, we have 3 TB of Gen 4 SSD in 2 different drives. The first one being the Crucial P3. This is a 2 TB kit that's really fast, and for most people this is going to be enough, but then I added 1 extra terabyte from faster storage in case you needed to transfer bigger files. And as you know, if you have 4K media in your computer, usually these type of files are really big. And then last but not least, we have a 1200 watt 80 plus platinum power supply. This is way more than enough for this system. I went overkill with the power supply, and the reason why I did this is because in case you want to upgrade to a bigger GPU down the line, like the RTX 4090 for example, or the RTX 5090 next year. These GPUs are more power hungry, and in case you decide to upgrade your GPU, I didn't want for you to have to upgrade the power supply as well, because that would be an extra purchase and also more installation down the line. So here I'm saving you a headache. Anyway, the total price for this system with the RTX 4080 is $2,500, and if you decide to go with the AMD GPU, is $2,360, so quite cheaper. and it also has about the same level of rasterized performance as the RTX 4080, and you get more VRAM. Now, yes, it's cheaper, it performs slightly better, but it doesn't have the NVIDIA technologies that you might be interested in. If you are interested in ray tracing performance, for example, the RTX 4080 has better performance, and you also get the DLSS 3, and it's better for most content creation and productivity work applications. The RTX 4080, in my opinion, is better overall, and I like the idea of having the NVIDIA GPU instead of the AMD one because you are already spending $2,500. So I don't think you really care about those $150 of difference, but if you're going to do just gaming, I highly recommend you searching for your favorite title and the RTX 4080 and then the RX 7900 XTX to see which one performs better, because in some games the AMD GPU performs better and in others the NVIDIA one. But anyway, I don't think you can go wrong with any of the two. Both of these are going to give you amazing performance at 4K and 1440p resolution. And if you want to play easier to run games, you're going to be getting 240 plus FPS on average at 4K resolution and over 360 plus FPS on average at 1440p or 1080p depending on the settings. And then if you are a professional content creator or you want to become one, then you have two options that I will leave as bonus PCs in the description. But the first one is spending $250 extra for $2,550 and you get the i7 14700K with a motherboard that supports the CPU, and then you get 64 gigs of RAM, which is going to be useful for you, and you get 4 terabytes instead of 3 terabytes of SSD from faster memory in the Samsung 990 Pro. So if you want to keep the aesthetic and you are a professional creator, this is the right choice for you, but it is going to be a bit more expensive. And then if you want to keep it at around $2,500, I downgraded the aesthetics, which still looks amazing, but this one has the Deepcool 360 all-in-one liquid cooler, the Montec Sky 2 for the case, and then an 80 plus cold power supply, and still A-tier rated, so really good quality, and is quite cheaper. Don't worry if you got lost, those PCs will be in the description as well with the main system from this video. And if you have a different budget or you want to see what can you get for $2,000 for 4K and 1440p or even 1080p, you will have my video on the best PC builds of the month in the top right of the screen, where I go over every single budget. And if you need a more personal PC help, you can go to the description and click on the first link where you can get my help, and I will tell you exactly what pre-built PC or PC build to get depending on your needs and your budget. Thank you guys for watching, thank you for the support, and I will see you on the next one.